Well, good afternoon. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker. I am in Bliss, Idaho at the Love's Truck Stop at shower room number 6. And I'm oozing shave cream out of my tube. Today we're going to use the Bigelow wintergreen eucalyptus, and it's a real good soap. I always carry this with me in the bag along with my shave soap that I might be featuring. And so, but it's always there. I don't use it very often because the first 2 or 3 years, that's all I used. And so once I got the extra money to start buying some of the artisan soaps, or more particularly the sterling soaps, I still got 4 or 5 tubes of this in my shaved-in closet at home. Oops, got ahead of myself. And I'm battling with the water, I'm battling with the tube oozing, and I'm going to put a nice sized dollop into my shave brush here, and I'm using the QED 26 millimeter, what they call a Manchurian Silvertip badger brush, 26 millimeters. A beautiful brush. I just absolutely love this, and it's easily, if not the best, among the best. The only downside I've got working against me right now is the water is so tepid. I don't have a hot water coming out of the faucet. And sometimes the Bigelow, it don't like to melt very well without the extra heat from good hot, but it seems to be doing all right. So I must have got enough hot water, or at least I got water streaming everywhere. And we're going to use the number 2 in my roll-up razor, the number 2 razor in my 7-day roll-up, which is the Filarmonica number 13. Sub Cero, which has something to do with the forging process and using freezing temperature, as I understand it. And we'll show it to you here in just a little bit. We're in Bliss, Idaho, near to the east of Boise. Did about 460 miles today. And for those of you that know anything about weigh stations and trucks getting inspected and so forth, I got pulled into a DOT inspection at the weigh station coming into Utah. They held me for about an hour and a half, a little less maybe. And I've had this problem before, but the oil seal on the number 3 axle right side wheel tires is leaking oil. They say, I didn't get under there and looked. If they say it, they're gonna penalize you anyway. But good, it's not a monetary money fine. They take away a few points off of your, what they call the CSA score. All right, here's the Sub Cero. I don't know if you can see all the lettering or not. Very nice razor, and it's honed, finished on the Shapton Glass 30,000. So Oh, we're starting under the nose. I've got about 48 hours worth of growth on my face. Actually, I'm starting about 2 hours later than I did day before yesterday. And so I've got my camera mount with me. You know, I said I was going to cut back on doing these, but I brought it with me because of the Oregon little mini vacation, 4 days. And not found in the DOT inspection was a little bit of, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the what appears to be the alternator or something in the electrical system. It's saying I'm overcharging. They put a new alternator in about 2 months ago because it was down to 11.8, 11.9, 12.2. On the charging, and standard normal is 14.0, and I wasn't getting that. And got a little banner that popped up there. And so the upshot of all that is that while I'm in Portland, after I get delivered on Monday, rather than go to the truck stop, I will probably go to the repair shop and let them fix my problems while I'm on my little mini vacation. And have it ready for me when I get ready to come home, which is just fine with me. In fact, I almost prefer that because I believe that the truck will actually be more secure. At the repair shop than it would be at the truck stop. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I say welcome and thank you for watching me. And if you're watching me on Shaving Cadre, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Enjoy. I'm feeling more and more a part of the group every day. I join in on the Zoom calls and participate a little bit, you know, whatever I feel comfortable doing and saying. And shoot little messages back and forth, and the repartee that goes on, all friendly. And if you're not a member of the Shaving Cadre and you're watching my video, go over there and check them out. Take a look at them. Sign up. Get a membership. It's all free. And it's fun conversation. And it's not just about straight razors or wet shaving. Very sharp razor I'm working with. Tomorrow, the next day, I'm probably going to get the clippers out and do a head shave, or haircut. I'll do a head shave tonight after the shave, as I do all the time. It's just it won't be on camera. So I had the DOT inspection, found some problems, probably going to lay over at the I say layover, put the truck in at the dealership after delivery in Portland so they can fix the repairs that need fixing. And then my wife and I will be on our way. I don't expect it to actually interfere with our plans, not even a little bit. And when some of the guys doing their first videos on the Shaving Cadre or on YouTube, straight razor videos, like Scuttle Soap, I felt a certain peer pressure to keep going. Very nice. But other than that, it's just been a 460-mile day sitting behind the steering wheel and listening to Johnny Dollar. Do you know who Johnny Dollar is? And that one I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to make you look it up. There's a channel on YouTube that I watch from time to time called Bonehead Truckers. And I had a segment for them last night. One of the things that a truck driver should never do is knock on the door of another truck driver after dark, later in the evening, 9:30, 10 o'clock. After he's already gotten ready for bed, and in bed, he may have a light on, but he's watching a movie or doing something in the bunk. And it's freezing temperature outside. It was 22 degrees this morning when I got up in Wamsutter, Wyoming. Nonetheless, last night between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, driver comes knocking on my door. And at first and it takes me a minute to get up out of the bunk and make myself presentable. I don't want to show all my privates right there in the window, as you might imagine. That don't seem right. And what the deal was, now I drive a tanker. This guy was driving a traditional dry van, what we normally think of as a 18-wheeler trailer. Something that Best Buy might put all of their electronic goods in, shipping across country. Anyway, And here's the back end, about 4 feet from my window and my mirror. And he says to me, "Can you help me guide in?" I said, "Are you blocked?" And I said, "You know, you rusted me out of bed to help you drive your truck." I just closed my door and window. That is a big no-no in the truck stops. The second one is don't blow your air horn at night. I peeked out the window just a few minutes later. He pulled out of that hole and went down. I also saw another truck pull out, which looked to me like in just a few seconds that I was looking, that left a double spot open that would make it a whole lot easier back in if he was having issues. But for a driver to knock on the door and say, "Can you help me back my truck?" that's like kindergarten stuff. A driver should almost be embarrassed to even have to ask such a thing, even at night. And I will admit that driving a truck is not easy, and for the rookies, now he was as old as me, so why he was having trouble, I'll never know. There was plenty of room, I say plenty of room, between where my truck was and the trucks in front of us. Lots of room to pull forward, straighten out. Yes, I just wiped that off with my finger from the blade. Gotta keep it entertaining. No, I did not cut myself. So the CO Bigelow Eucalyptus Green is the equivalent of the Paraso Green. Just a private label, as I understand it. Always stretch your skin as tight as you can, as you can stand it, where you think is doing the most good. Okay. Still tepid. It's this CO Bigelow is just a great soap, as is Parasso, of course. Nice wintergreen scent to it. It lathers and creams up very nicely. Maybe I should use it a bit more. And it's a private label for Bath and Body Works. And that's the only, I've seen some red label, which I think is the sandalwood scent. But they don't carry it as widely as they do the green label. For Bath and Body Works. And I bought mine one time when they had just a huge sale. It was like buy three, get two, or buy three and get two free, which is just nearly 50% off. All right, where am I at? This Love's Truck Stop here at Bliss, Idaho is a newer model. It's been built in the last year or two. And it's very, very handsome, very pretty, all decorated in the new style that they're using. It's not a dirt hole. Can you see behind me right there in that corner? Let me point. Oops, let me back away. Right here, you see that? That's a hand dryer. That's a blower mounted on the wall behind me. And who does that in the shower? You got 1, 2 full sets of towels in the shower that are in here waiting for you when you come in. Why do you need a hand blower? I just thought that was the biggest waste of money and equipment. And not all of them, but a lot of the new ones put the hand blowers in. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. With all the towels over here on my left that they have out for you. This is turning into a very nice shave. Very nice shave. And I honed these up myself. I never send a razor out to have it honed by a third party. I do all my own work. And I have done so since the very beginning with the gold dollars. And I made a remark on the forum, Shaving Cadre, that you know you're doing fine when your blades shave as well as those that come in from, say you buy a vintage razor from a vintage seller and they say, oh, it's going to be shave ready, and it is. And so you shave with it when it comes in and it is shave ready and you get a nice shave out of it. And you think to yourself, yeah, I'm doing that good. I mean, that's how you know that what you're doing is, there's, I hate to say that, there's no right or wrong, because, there are certain basic principles to honing that one should follow, but they're very rudimentary, they're very elementary. And different stones require a bit of attention, cauticles, Arkansas, etc. And for that matter, the synthetics too. I use the Shaft and Glass series as the foundation of all that I do, to set the bevel and do the mid-range, and some of them are actually finished off on the 30,000. Not going to press my luck. Oh yeah. Yep. Doing just fine over here. 460 miles is a relatively light day. A heavy day would be 650 miles. And so any chance you get to go under 500 miles, or 500 miles, that's a relatively easy day, 7.5, 8 hours of driving. And since most of the time, most dispatchers want to drive you 10.5 hours a day, you know, that's. So I welcome this load because of the extra time that was built into it. And I said, yeah, I'd be happy to take that. And they knew that So, you know, my daughter's up here in the Portland area. Now, how much time I'm actually going to get to spend with my daughter remains to be seen. We're just not real sure about that. But my wife is flying up on Monday. And she's going to get to see the Great Pacific Northwest where I grew up. All right. And I felt that toe stick in. Well, up to that moment, I was having a pretty good shave. All that blood on the blade. Ooh. Oh, that feels good. One little spot. Okay. That is looking pretty good. All except the blood, of course. I think we're about done, and so I thank you for joining me tonight. Go check out theshavingcadre.com, and I will see you down the road. Good night.